There's something about these two wheels.
Just to get out, enjoy some fresh air, hear the rushing water, watch the leaves change.
Something that drew Alton Dillard in as a kid.
It's a combination of freedom and then also just being out in the fresh air and being able to have the different types of experiences with it. Like for instance, I weigh about 250 pounds. So I'm a lousy climber. When I'm coming downhill, and hope my mom doesn't see this part, but I did get up to 60 miles an hour coming down from Carter Lake one time.
Dillard is a founding member of the Denver chapter of the Major Taylor Cycling Club.
Major Taylor was the first African-American cycling champion in the world. He won a sprint race back in 1899.
A group focused on inspiring others based on Taylor's story.
Just trying to expose more people in our community to the sport. We also just shoot for the exposure as far as participating in parades, partnering up with groups like Wish for Wheels, who put together bicycles for kids who are like refugees from other countries.
Visibility is key.
So I enjoy the infrastructure, but there's also a belief in my community that when the bike lanes go down, the gentrification follows.
So is Advocacy.
Bike lanes that have gone in over the past actually it's been more than a couple of years, up Martin Luther King Boulevard, heading over towards Central Park, and now you're starting to see them throughout Montbello. And I know people out there have been complaining that it's encroaching on their parking spaces and stuff, so that's why we as cyclists hope if more people get on bikes, then that may help them with a little more context.
Dillard will be the first to tell you a black man on a bike makes some people look twice.
I don't ride real high-end cycles, but every once in a while, I'll hear from people that do, that are like, well, how did this guy get his hands on that $12,000 or $13,000 bike?
A problem he's experienced since childhood.
The Denver police would essentially have bike stings in City Park, and they would coincidentally pull over the black kids to check our serial numbers to make sure our bikes weren't hot. You do have to sometimes still be head on a swivel, especially if you're participating in something that some may see as quote unquote non-traditional.
This is why Major Taylor is so important.
A lot of people think the cycling stereotype.
By providing a welcoming environment where people can be seen.
We always make sure that somebody stays back with whoever the slowest rider is. It's the code of the road. You don't invite people to join you for a ride and then you take off at 20 miles an hour and leave them a half mile behind. That's just something we don't do.
In Denver, Steve Staker, 9 News.
Let me catch my breath.
That's great. Major Taylor Cycling Club hasn't been doing many group rides over the last couple of months with the condition of the roads. Yeah, understand why, but they hope to get back into it in the spring.
More information is available on how to join or support them with our article on this story right at 9news.com.